What is going on, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? We are back again with another Legends of Runeterra video, and today we just got patch 1.2, bunch of buffs and nerfs to various cards, and we're going to be featuring one of the cards that got a buff, that being Shen. He got a +1 attack buff to both his pre-leveled and post-level forms. So he's going to be at 3 attack now on his pre-level form, which is a super relevant buff. Means he can block fearsome stuff. He can trade very favorably into a lot of different stuff that he couldn't really trade into before. And since he's going to be attacking and supporting his allies trying to level himself up, the attack is going to be very relevant. Things are not going to be able to trade as easily into the Shen anymore. So super relevant. You'll see in the first clip of the video, it's actually incredibly relevant that the Shen got that +1 attack. I don't want to spoil anything too much, but it's very relevant. We play Demacia, obviously, because Demacia has some of the better early game and better cards that kind of abuse this barrier keyword. And we're also going to be playing Lee Sin because he can generate some barrier triggers if we're kind of getting late and we haven't leveled up our Shen yet. And he can also value trade a lot of the stuff. And he helps with like extending the game out a lot with kind of spot removing things that we don't want on the board necessarily. If we can't kill them with Lee Sin, they at least get returned to their hands. So kind of like a really good delay turn, extend the game out a little bit with that. So yeah, let's go over the deck list really quick. We have the early game from Demacia with the Fleet Feather Tracker and the Brightsteel Protector, abusing that barrier and challenger keywords to remove a lot of their early game stuff and value trade against them. We play the Greenglade Caretaker because this is one of our main targets for kind of that big OTK turn where we get just an absolute load of barriers on the board, and in combination with Shen, Lee Sin, that, and just buffing up the huge attack numbers, we can potentially just steamroll the opponent with a huge attack stat if they don't have enough blockers. Play 3 of Key Guardian because we want to draw through a deck, generates barrier for the Shen level up, which is overall super good card. I could see potentially cutting this down for 1 if you want to potentially cutting one of these away if you want to use something else in the deck, but I just played 3 up for simplicity's sake. We have 3 Sonic Wave to abuse Challenger and all of our barrier generating effects to value trade against our opponent's board and just delay the game as much as possible for a big, huge swing turn. We play 2 of Prismatic Barrier, just more barrier effects. Obviously, we want as many of those as possible, as much consistency on the barrier keyword to level up our Shen here. 3 Shadow Assassins, chip damage, drawing cards, chump blocker, just overall very good card. Play a 1 of Deny just to try and dodge like hard removal or potentially like stuff that could chip and remove our Greenglade Caretaker potentially. 3 of Shen, obviously. We play 2 Spirit's Refuge, just a little bit of extra survivability, and we get extra cards with the barrier keyword. We're trying to keep it consistent with leveling up the Shen here. Play 3 Will. In combination with Lee Sin and the Wills, we should have a pretty decent matchup against the Deep archetype because they are going to have a really, really, really hard time sticking their Nautilus against us. By turn 7, we should have most likely a Lee Sin on the board, or at least a Will in hand, and we can just bounce that back in hand and delay their turn where they're sticking the Nautilus and trying to like obliterate something with their big old fish boy. 3 Deep Med because we're kind of spamming spells. We want to draw as many spells as possible and level up our Lee Sin. 2 of Radiant Guardian, just a super solid card. We're going to be losing most likely some creatures in the early game at some point, and if we stick this on the board with the Tough and Lifesteal, we can draw the game out for some sort of huge swing turn. And 3 of Lee Sin, like I said, we want it to kind of bounce stuff back into hand. This is like one of our big OTK pieces as well, so yeah, makes sense that we put this in here. And then 2 Stand United. This card is absolutely disgusting if you have leveled up Shen and like Lee Sin stuff and like a Greenglade Caretaker on the board, because the attack stats just get absolutely inflated so quickly, so ridiculously quickly, as you'll see. And then 1 of Brightsteel Formation just to get a bunch of barriers on board and potentially stop like a big attack from the opponent just dead in its tracks and just kind of go from there. But yeah, that's pretty much the deck list. This deck could definitely use most likely a little bit more refining, but I think there's definitely something here with this concept with these huge Lee Sin kicks with Shen and the barriers and the buffed Shen here now being able to block for some stuff. I think there could definitely be maybe a creature somewhere through here, like a cut for some sort of creature. Maybe even the... I want to potentially try out the like Laurent Chevalier, since we're trying to abuse like barrier and challenger keywords so much, and this just generates more challenger units for us to kind of abuse our barrier with. So I think there definitely could be a spot for this here. With this iteration here, I just kind of wanted to highlight the ridiculous OTK nonsense that we got going on. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and if you like the content, yeah, just give me a shout. Let me hear what you're thinking. And yeah, just enjoy the content and have a good rest of your day. Bye-bye. I think we should have a pretty decent matchup against this because we can just keep like willing his Nautilus over and over again. Between like Lee and 3 copies of Will of Ionia, I think we should be in a pretty favored spot against this deck, but our last game against it, we just had really awkward draws. Like triple key Guardian into other stuff. That just wasn't helping the matchup at all. Like triple key Guardian to not drawing any creatures. This 1-of, maybe it's a 2-of now, but it keeps coming back. Oops. Okay. Okay, so I got Will. I mean... might as well play it. And this guy's hand is slow. Might have a whale here or something. Okay. Okay. Just got the Dread Bloom. We'll pass here. Yeah, we kind of have to let one go down here, so it's fine, I guess.
I walk the space between worlds.
You could have like a Vengeance here, I suppose. Okay. Salvage, alright. Should be at 25 now, correct? Yeah. Oh, that's a pretty good draw, though.
I sense an imbalance.
Not really in a rush. He can block the Shen if he wants. Okay.
I will tend this garden.
That is gonna get pretty annoying here. I don't think it's annoying enough to will, though. I think we'll just draw our 2 spells. Oof. Him tossing this much is spooky, though. Yeah, actually, though, he just... man. If he just plays a creature here, he's deep, and we get our deck obliterated, so we have to win really quickly. Yep, there we go. Yikes. Wow. Okay, well our deck isn't obliterated yet, but it's looking pretty spooky right now.
Beware the dragon spirit.
free of doubt.
There is no dispute.
Choose the right time to strike. Our enemies cannot hide. Conflict is all in the mind.
I think we just do it like this. Oh my gosh.
Give them I am the forest.
Okay.
Life starts small.
It's pretty bad. We're in a pretty bad spot for sure.
Our enemies cannot hide. I'll see this through.
It must be done.
Prepare yourself.
They are under my protection.
Yeah. We're in a pretty bad spot here.
I'm sorry.
Okay. You'll have to bank the spell mana here. That's a really good draw, actually. Plays the Nautilus at least.
Blood and salt.
Conflict is all in the mind.
True.
Nature blesses her followers.
Defend our brethren.
Yeah. Crap, dude. It's really dependent on going just like super all in here. So we really want to buff the Lee Sin like crazy, right?
We walk between realms.
I'll see this through. As the dragon wills. I will not hold back.
So
Yeah.
Center your spirit.
Okay. Oh, Jesus, dude. Okay. Grasp into whale. That doesn't save him though, right? Oh, it's exactly the kill! Holy shit, let's go, dude!
Blesses her followers.
That OTK though, that was insane. That was actually insane. What a hype game. Damn, that was nuts. Alright, GG's. GG's, that was hype. Okay. Bit of a slow hand, but we have elusive blockers for Fizz at some point. Okay.
I fight with my spirit, not my fists. These woods protect their own. It is time.
Does he have like double parlay or something? Okay.
Silent as death. The order rewards its faithful.
We'll just pass for now in case he gets a Fizz, I guess. That's decent.
They cannot hide.
We can just skip that block.
My selection speaks.
Oh yeah, duh. The plunder stuff. I don't know what I'm doing.
Silent as death.
Yeah, I messed up big time here.
Clear your head. Let your instincts speak.
Okay. We can pass here.
Breathe in, breathe out.
We have all three. It's just one of those days, I guess, where we draw all of our copies of every spell.
You're covered.
Never lost a fair game, or played one. Something for all of you.
I will play my part. Protect and strike.
always up for a round or two. Who says I don't share?
Yeah. Huh. I wonder what's going on. Client's really buggy, I guess. Okay, we finally get Shen. He can do quite a bit of damage to me here.
Night falls.
You will be scoured from this land! The dark beckons.
Oof. Hmm.
Within my grasp.
Stay back!
I mean, I don't have any other option.
Two worlds, one balance.
Is he gonna be able to draw 5 here? I mean, that would be my guess. Yeah, we can't really let him level up a Twisted Fate here. It's just not going to be good for us at all.
Never lost a fair game. Soak it in.
Yeah. Hmm. There's part of me that's like, maybe I go for the Prismatic Barrier here.
My shield is yours.
He's at 2. If I go for the Prismatic Barrier here, I can level up the Shen next turn potentially. Doesn't really accomplish much for us though. Okay, we got our Lee Sin, which is interesting.
Force is meaningless without skill.
We're only at 4 of 7, though. I'm tempted to just end the round here. Plays pocket aces, interesting.
They cannot hide.
I will end this here.
It is not yet their time.
Silent as death.
Okay.
We each hold a world within.
Is that 3? Okay. So is that 4?
The order rewards its faithful.
Okay. Still at 9 cards in hand, so he's got a pretty clunky hand still. Okay.
The dark beckons.
Okay.
These woods protect their own.
I think we have to go for the will here. Oh, what? Oh my gosh. Oh man, wow. Alright, GG. Damn, that guy got...
With honor.
That guy was... I don't think that guy was in a losing position after that play. He was just probably super tilted that I have all 3 wills, which is fair. GG.